All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect. Unto you all I say greetings and Shalom. Of course, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God, the Holy One of Israel. And Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. All right. So I have this article pulled up here by ABC News, and the Lord put it on my spirit to go into this subject. I'm going to read some of it. I'm sorry that this video I hate when you go on like news articles and the video is totally unrelated to the article. So they just threw something up there. So there's not going to be any video playing, but I want to read through this article because this is about a group, I guess, that's up and coming throughout the United States. It caught my attention because it said like racial divide amongst black people or some shit like that. And so as I go into the article, I read this. It says controversial group divides black Americans and fight for economic equality. All right. So I have quite a few verses that I want to be bringing out. Lord willing, is edifying. I'm going to read some of the article, and then I am going to bring probably about 10 curses out from Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So I know brothers bear with me in that time. You know, it's good to sometimes revisit the curses because, you know, a lot of brothers, we watched over that and we read it, you know, we read it from time to time. But, you know, as I was sitting here looking for these curses as I'm reading this article, man, like those curses they're sad, they're depressing, they're tormenting, but they're also righteous and punishment as well. You know, we got to be able to take the bitter with the sweet, you know. So, but as I'm reading, I'm like, man, it's just like, of course, they align with you know, we got to be thankful for the curses because that's how most of Israel found out that we're Israel. You know what I mean? By hearing the curses. You know, I remember a brother, Ash from Miami, you know, every brother got their own story of how they came into the truth. But, you know, he asked me, like, did you hear the curses first? And I said, no. You know, I heard somebody say you are a Hebrew. And my eyes, like, instantly woke up, like literally widened up when I heard that. Because at the time, I was reading Exodus. You know, it just happened to be through the Spirit. I was reading Exodus. So it's like my mind automatically made a connection with the fact that we were the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. But anyway, let me get to this without further ado. Okay, so this says, controversial group divides black Americans and fight for economic equality by Samara Lynn, January 19, 2020, 5 a.m. All right. It says reparations and the lingering racial wealth gap have been conversations largely within the black American community. Both issues have received wider attention of late, particularly among the current crop of Democratic presidential candidates. All right. And this is about to talk about this lady. I'm sure a lot of I know brothers did videos on her. It says all the Democratic presidential candidates, except for former Vice President Joe Biden, said they support legislation to at least study the issue of reparations. Only Marianne Williamson, who recently ended her presidential campaign, said she fully supports reparations in the amount of $200 to $500 billion. Biden has $1 billion. Biden has not endorsed any reparations legislation. So first off, you know, our people really get caught up with the idea of receiving reparations, man. You know, and I forgot a brother did the math on this, this $200 to $500 billion. And it's not it's not true money, man. I believe I can't remember what it came down to, but basically it was like of every so-called Israelite got like, it was somewhere either, I don't know why I'm thinking it was either $200 or $1,000. So this shit really don't equate. You know what I mean? And not only that, what they promised us at that time was 40 acres and a mule, all right, which is substantial land and a workhorse to be able to plow that land, all right? So this 200 to 500 billion dollars now is not going to equate to that 40 acres. And the thing about having land, you can do so much with land. You can build on the land. You can grow vegetation on the land. All right, giving $200 or $1,000, that ain't gonna do shit for you, man. You get more of that from your income tax, you know. But let me get this first. Let me get this Job 20 and 15. It says, he had swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. So that's the first thing. We don't even need to be worried about getting money back from Esau. All right. That's the first thing. We shouldn't be worried about getting that money back from him, because at the end of the day, the dollar's about to collapse. The petrodollar is running to the ground. The Lord is about to destroy and burn Babylon. All right. And so any land or anything that you would have gotten anyway is going to be destroyed. All right. So the Lord says he's going to vomit them up. So all of the riches that Esau got put in different parts of the world, all of that gold and minerals, all of that's just going to come back to us. He's going to vomit them up, man. All right. And he's vomiting them up because it never belonged to him in the first place. All right. When you vomit, it's a process of your body rejecting something. All right. Or something that's not good for it, or that's not supposed to be there. OK, when you vomit, typically you're sick. You have an infection, or you've taken too much alcohol, which is still an infection. I forget what it's called. It's called shit, but I can't remember. But alcohol poisoning. You know what I'm saying? You get alcohol poisoning, you'll fucking throw up. All kinds of things happen to your body. So the Lord said they're gonna vomit them up. So they're gonna be spewing out the things that weren't good for them, that never profited them, because he says they're known as the bases of men. They don't got nothing doing holding these riches in the first place. But the Lord said they're gonna vomit them up. But let me actually read verse 20 and verse 23 as well. It says, verse 18 is cold. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Does it not say, give her double according to her works? So according to the things he has done to us, said is restitution. Your restitution is how much you owe. All right. I'm using my laptop. Let me look up that word restitution real quick. I could blue letter it, but I'm just going to get it. See if I can find it on. Woo-hoo! Restitution. It says, I think this is Wikipedia. It says the restoration of something lost or stolen to its proper owner. Recompense for injury or loss. You see that? So that's what's going to happen to Esau and his riches, man. So we're going to get that back. So it's not, and more. The Lord says, I have not seen nor ear heard what he had prepared for us, man. So that little bullshit reparations ain't nothing, man. So you Israelites, even you 2/3, if you can't even realize that you're Israelites, man, of course that takes faith. All right. And the Lord opening your eyes. But hey, we gonna get it back regardless if you believe that. Now, even if you would think it's gonna happen in your carnal way, which is not, all right. But nonetheless, the Lord said he gonna give us that back and more, man. All right. And that, under the example for restitution, it says seeking the restitution of land taken from blacks under apartheid. All right. And apartheid is, like the separation. They had an apartheid in Africa. All right. It says, let me get the definition for that real quick. It's been a while since I used that word, but it says, another one says under recompense for injury or loss. And we've been injured. All right. There's no been destruction like that has been unto Babylon. All right. I believe that's Daniel 9:25 or something to that effect. He was ordered to pay $6,000 in restitution. All right. And so that's what's going to happen to Esau Edom. He's going to have to pay his injury, his loss, in restitution for the things that he's done. Yeah. So this is apartheid. It says in South Africa, a policy or system of segregation or discrimination on grounds of race. All right. And that's exactly what they've instituted here in America. All right. They actually called it apartheid over there. But what they got here, they got segregation, during the civil rights movement, these things are happening. There's a policy or system, because if you think that for a second that Esau doesn't have this down to, it said by his policy, he destroyed many. Okay. All right. So going on, verse 22, it says, damn, this is so good. Verse 19, it said, this Job 20 and 19, because he has oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away an house which he builded not. All right, and that goes to Deuteronomy. I don't want to get ahead of myself, because I do want to bring these curses out. But Deuteronomy 28, it says that was going to happen to us. Let me see if I can find it. These are how you know that we are the people of the book, man. Okay. Deuteronomy 28. And 30. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. That, every time I read that one, that fucking tears up my spirit, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, were raping our wives. You that's your woman, and then the man just gonna take her away and do as he will with her. That's fucked up, man. Because a wife, it says to get a wife is getting a possession. She belonged to you. It says, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. You see that? So that's a precept for that. It says, he has violently, Job 20 and 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, and the poor are the Israelites, because he has violently taken away an house which he builded not. Habakkuk 2 and 12. Micah 2 and 2. Oppressed the man in his house and oppressed the man in his heritage. Okay? And even America. America didn't belong to the Edomites. They took this place by blood, man. All right? And we built this place, man. Okay? That last track was groovy. All right? It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. There shall be none of his meats be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. That Babylon gonna be destroyed. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And see, that's what's going to happen spiritually to the Edomites. Because right now they're in their glory, they're in their power. All right, they're eating well. Job 9 and 24, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So they eating well, man. In all ways of life. They out here, they pushing Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Teslas. They living in $1 million mansions. They got they wives out here. They got multiple wives. You might not see it amongst these regular guys, but hey, these men already got multiple wives. The rich, the elite. They even eating well. They eating at they ain't just smacking down GMO food. They getting the finest of the finest. You ain't gonna find them up in no fucking Aldi or Walmart. You know who that's for Jake, man. Shit, it depends on the city down here. You go to Riviera Beach, it's all Southern Kingdom up in that bitch. You go to Lake Worth, it's Northern Kingdom up in that bitch. It's a car. You know what I'm saying? All in Walmart. Them for our people, man. All right. So now let me I'm gonna read a little bit more of this article, and then I'm gonna go to the curses, so I can get you so I can talk about the group name. All right. It says, and reparations and black economics have addressed at some of the recent Democratic debates. Oh, and yeah, by the way, that lady Marianne Wilson says she ended her campaign, so that 200-500 billion shit ain't happening no way. All right. It says, I didn't anticipate that today we'll be having the most active national conversation about reparations since the Reconstruction era, said William A. Sandy Darity Jr., PhD, an economist and professor of public policy at Duke University's Sanford School of Public Policy. See, all that bullshit, all these titles and names and shit, man. Hey, at the end of the day, the only names that matter is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. All these motherfuckers got all these names and titles and make themselves sound good and educated and shit. Yeah, we having an active conversation about what? It's an unproductive conversation, man. I forget what it's like. A fucking talking to a wall. You know, you're talking to a wall, man. You're wasting your breath. You got groups coming together thinking they're going to get reparations back, man. Yeah, we having an active conversation about what the fuck is a conversation going to do if it's not going to produce results. And we, through the spirit, we know that it's not going to produce results, man. Because the result is Yahweh Shai, man. All right? The national spotlight on economic injustice is also giving rise to a new wave of online voices looking to disrupt the conversation on race and wealth in America. All right, and I'm impartial about these motherfuckers for multiple reasons, but you're going to see why. These voices are leveraging anger over a racial group that has persisted over the decades. Average white wealth, Salakia. Average white wealth, and we know they're not white. They're the nation of Edom, and they're red. All right, average. So I'm gonna put average Edomite wealth. Average Edomite wealth is 7 times of average Israelite wealth. All right, and see they put black. But it's not just about so-called black. It's about the so-called blacks and Native Hispanics and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. That's the true racial disparity. Okay, it's not just about having black skin. It's not just about being a so-called black man. Okay, it says a gap that hasn't narrowed since 1962, according to a 2019 study by economists Dionisi Aliprantis and Daniel R. Carroll. All right, so since 1962, a gap that hasn't narrowed. It's 2020, man. Okay, it's 2020. What's that, fucking 48 years, man? And the gap of racial economic wealth is still that large, man. It hasn't changed in 48 years. But you people are having an active conversation. Fucking idiots, man. You people don't believe. That's why. People don't believe who you are. You don't want to come back to your nationality. You don't want to come back to your power. All right. So, hey, since you want to take part in their money, you're going to die with them. The Lord says the wicked join hand in hand. You niggas will sell your soul just to get reparations back. It says these disruptors are creating conversations online using the hashtag pound or hashtag ADOS. ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slavery. Salakia. A movement which some critics fear could drive a wedge between voters in the black community just months ahead of the 2020 election. All right, because these people who like to go, ever since Barack Obama had my ass went for the black vote, people automatically these campaign heads and these presidents, they're starting to find out that these populations need to be targeted because, typically people go out and see, so-called white man voting, so-called white man woman voting, but now they're like, hey, we got these untapped markets because when you got the so-called black people to come out and vote, they like to say we put a man in office. Man, Barack Obama was chosen. All you fools out there who think your vote counted. Yes, we can. No, the fuck you can't, man. But so it said drive a wedge. They don't want to see the black vote divided. They feel like they need that vote. You got people who are speaking in Spanish at these Democratic debates, trying to win the so-called Hispanic vote. This shit is all for entertainment, man. It's called a target population or a target demographic. Why is it called a target? Because they aiming your ass down to try to win something, to try to take something from you, and then just to lie to you and spit in your face, man, and not give you what they vowed to give you, man. What kind of power would you want that reigning over you? Promise you something and not giving you what you promised. The Lord promised us many things, man, and He's going to deliver on His promises, man. He said He's a man that should not lie. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and get these precepts for this because it says American Descendants of Slavery. Okay, and so now they start to go into why this is this is problematic. Maybe I should read down actually before I get to the scripture. Because it's a reason why why it's causing a break. It says ADOS advocates are adding a whole new layer to the conversation on reparations and economic justice by advocating only for black descendants of slaves and not the whole black community as a whole. Problem number one. Their advocacy leaves an entire group of people, American-born descendants of immigrants, some of whose families have been in the U.S. for generations, many whose families have survived decades, if not centuries, of institutional racism, in limbo in the conversation. So they're basically saying, if you're not they're not saying if you're not Judah. That's really what that's a big part. If you're not a descendant of Judah, all right, which are the so-called Negroes, then you ain't worthy to get part of the reparations. Or even if you're black, but your family was an immigrant over here after slavery, you're not worthy of that. But not knowing that they're still descendants of Israel. They're still being fucking oppressed. That's what it said, the institutional racism. They still going through the same shit that you're going through because they're still descendants of slaves. But they try to put that American descendants of slaves, man. Fucking niggas, man. Trying to take away from our people when we already ain't got shit. But see, they figure if we do it this way, we got a better chance of persuading Esau to give us some of that good old slave money with your fucking slave master on the front. All right? You people are despicable, man. It says, and the focus has pitted ADOS. I don't know if it's pronounced ADOS, but I'm just saying ADOS. Adherents against people like journalist Roland Martin, who is descended from Haitian immigrants. It also appears not to address the American descendants of slaves from other countries, including, for example, Haiti, and whether they should be entitled to reparations. You see that? So those are our brothers, man. The Haitians are the tribe of Levi. Those are our brothers. Do you not see what be going on to Haitians in Haiti and when they come to America? Esau know we're Israelites. Esau see Issachar and know he's an Israelite. A brother posted a picture the other day. It said, no niggers. It was like a throwback sign. No niggers, no Mexicans, and no Puerto Ricans. And Puerto Ricans was spelled Porto. And that's how you also know. Because they say Puerto Ricans, Puerto. But they put Porto because it means rich port. Porto Ricans. They know that that's the tribe of Ephraim. They know that we're all the same people. But it's you niggas is always the ones who trying to separate us, man. Esau know we all the same. Esau call us niggas, coons, spicks, and wetbacks in a minute. And they know we all grouped together, man. But you niggas the only ones who trying to separate us, man. Actually, let me get. I know I ain't get. I'm in trying to get through this article without reading precepts, brother. So let me get one real quick before I continue, because I know how that is. Brother, like, all right, brother, you ain't brought a precept out in a minute. This is Isaiah 11 and 13. It says, let me start at 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. You see that? So our people were scattered everywhere, man. So we're going to have descendants of slaves moving here. You got Israelites in every country. You got fucking Israel. You got Salaki, not fucking. You got Israelites in Australia. They're descendants of slaves, man. Just because they might not be living here in America does not mean that their family didn't go through that hardcore bondage, man. They still were in slavery at another point in time and just somewhere else. That's the curses. They under the curses and they recognize that. Okay. Verse 13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And that's what's going on. You got another northern kingdom vexing the southern kingdom and vice versa. All right. You got southern kingdom against the southern kingdom, man. Shit, this, Rehoboam versus Jeroboam, Esau got 2/3 of our people blinded in a trick bag, man. All right, so let me now go to Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to start at verse 15, and I'm going to skip around a bit. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I gave thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out, man. All right? So the Lord said we're going to be cursed in the city and in the field, man. So you niggas out here trying to get these reparations, it ain't getting it, man. You know, yeah, some brothers got businesses and things like that. But all you niggas out here that's trying to do a business to get all the riches in the world, you niggas through. Like, if you got a business and you like, all right, I want to do a little bit better for myself. I want to provide. I want to be more around my family. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You want to start a little independent business. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if, the Lord said, according to Deuteronomy 30 and 7, the curse is going to start to fall on our enemies. But you got to start serving the Lord, or the Lord will take that business from you, man. I told a Levite that a couple weeks ago. He been knowing he was a Levite since fucking before I was even out there teaching, but he said, hey, I got a business, I got to shave my face. I'm like, if you own a business, you can do whatever the hell you want. You don't have to shave your face, man. Shave your beard off. I'm like, hey, if you don't come back and serve the Lord, he gonna take that business from your ass, man. Cursed shalt thou shall be thy basket and thy store, man. Okay. I'm going to read verse 25. It says, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kings on the earth. You see, we were sold into all of the nations, man. Hey, even during the transatlantic slave trade, you don't think fucking conquistadors and different people were coming? First of all, it was this meme going around a long time ago. It says the only difference between a Jamaican, a Negro, a Cuban is a stop on the boat ride, man. But even still, you don't think people were traveling over here like, hey, I'd like to get one of your niggers. They were selling us, man. They were beating us. This is a curse. It says, and thy carcass, so like, is that what I want? Oh, verse 33. I want to go to verse 33. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always, man. All right, so the fruit of all of our labors, man, they eat it up. They live off of it. They profit. You go in the store now, a fancy restaurant. You're going to see all Jake working. You're going to see Issachar busting dishes and washing tables. Or washing dishes and busting tables. But you're going to see Esau sitting up there eating his fucking shrimp and crab and surf and turf. We still oppressed, man. So shalt thou be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. The Lord did a heavy one on us, man. The Lord did a heavy one on us, brothers. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 41. But this is what we get. This is what we get for disrespecting the Lord, because he told us, the Lord warned us first through Moses. He warned us if we didn't come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments, he would destroy us. He said that. He said he would destroy us if we didn't. He would bless us if we followed him, and he would destroy us if we didn't. So we deserve it. So now we're coming back to him, and we're warning our enemies about what's coming to them. All right. First, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 41. It says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That's what happened to us, man. And we still don't do that. What the scriptures say is great for a man to enjoy his children. We still can't enjoy our children. We got to work fucking 8, 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, 2 jobs. subject to payments. But y'all worried about fucking reparations. What about true freedom, man? Kappa Shah, man. What about true freedom? Amath Kappa Shah, man. Damn demons. Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be a sign upon thee. It's lucky. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right? These curses are upon us, and that's why we not gonna get no fucking reparations, man. We still under the curses. We're still captives in the land of our oppressors. But you're literally asking your oppressor to give you some money. The guy who made you work. Let's think about this. The dude who raped, robbed, killed, and beat your parents and forefathers. And really you, I'm gonna get some reincarnation verses. Really you're asking them for a handout. You know? No, they give you what the fuck they want to give you. That's like somebody's being kidnapped and you kidnapped in the house and you like, hey, can we have a conversation? Can you give me $500? Your kidnapper gonna be like, man, if you don't sit your dumb ass down, man, and take this fucking pig intestine and eat this shit, they gonna give you what they want. You ain't gonna get what you asked for, man. Jacob, man, the seed of Jacob, foolish nation. Because thou serve, verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. We had all things and we're going to get all things. But since we ain't serve him with gladness of heart and joyfulness, he said, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in wants of all things. All right. So even for the reparations, man, you still got to go to your enemies to get it, man. You got to go to Esau to get what he owe you. The logic in that, man. And you can't beat it out of him. He got the sword. He got the power. So we got to wait until Yahweh Shai, the one who got the true power, to come back and take it for us and give us spiritual power to take it back. But not until that day. Okay? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. All right, we weren't speaking this bastard English. We were speaking Ibariath. All right, Lashawan Kodash, Zakwan Ibariath, man. You know, ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. It says a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. They don't give a fuck how old you are. They don't give a fuck if you got grandma walking around. Hey, baby, can I get that 40 acres and a mule? They don't give a damn if you got a little 3-year. Hey, can we have back all that money that you stole from my great-great-grandparents? They don't give a fuck. And they didn't give a fuck in slavery, man. They were still raping our grandmothers. They were still castrating our grandfathers. They were still beating our little babies. But you people want to go toe to toe with these people. Y'all want to be friends with them. Y'all want to ask them for some money. Okay. Let me jump to verse 50. Oh, no, I have 50. That's what I just read. Verse 54. Oh, yeah, this is how we're pitted against each other. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. All right. And so that's what's happening now. When you got this contrast between so-called black Americans versus so-called Haitian Americans, or so-called black Americans versus so-called Puerto Ricans, or so-called black Americans versus so-called Mexicans. That's how they got it. It says that eye shall be evil towards thy brother. Black skin versus dark skin versus light skin. Them are brothers, man. Point blank, period. Even some of them gonna look like Edomites. But they got the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They're my brothers. Okay. Now let me get verse 63. These are the last three. I want to get 63 through 65. It says, and it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do good, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, when we were following his law, such a commandment, he rejoiced at that, man. He gloried in that. And he's glorying in it now that we're coming back to him. The holy, the hopeful elect, the remnant, Lord willing, we be of that number. It says, and to multiply you, the Lord was glad to multiply us, man. It says, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. What God are you people talking about, man? The God of the Bible said he rejoiced over to make us great, but he also, since we don't want to obey him, he rejoiced over to destroy us, man. This is the God of Israel, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the Bible, man. He don't play that. He's a man of balance, man. Hey, if you do right by me, hey, it's just like a loyal husband, so to speak, or a loyal father. Because we're the wife, the children of Israel are the wife of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So if we rejoice, if you do right by him, hey, he gonna treat you right. He ain't gonna do you wrong. But if you fuck him over, hey, that's gonna be the worst thing you ever had coming, man. It's gonna be the worst decision you ever made. And that's what we did. We made the worst decision ever. And now we in the worst case scenario. Okay? It says verse 65 verse 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. He shall scatter thee among all people. All right. So when you read Revelation 7, that great multitude, we were scattered among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, man. Christianity, Islam, serving all these idol gods, man, instead of serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. But he did that too. He like, all right, if y'all want to serve me, you're going to serve your enemies. You're going to serve idol gods. You're going to serve false gods. You're going to lead us up to our own delusions. It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease. So, hey, even Israelites in Asia, in fucking China and India and Japan, they still ain't finding no ease, man. Just because they living somewhere else, you think they getting it easy? Nah, man, you got Israelites everywhere, and they getting oppressed too, man. And the people can tell their spirit is different than theirs, than the heathen. Of course, Babylon is just fucking terrible, but never get it confused that our people are getting pressed everywhere in the world, man. Don't get it confused that we're not everywhere in the world. And so you fucking ADOS who think that just because you come to America mean you shouldn't receive reparations. Shit, why not, man? But we don't need that shit no way. We don't want it, man. So all of you niggas, y'all can have that. You 2/3, y'all can keep that shit, man. We want what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua got for us. Neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. And this is mainly talking about slavery, but it still applies. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. All right, and that's what we still got now, man. A failing of eyes now because you niggas is blind. All right, you had no hope. And you still have no hope. That's why you asking Esau for money. And a sorrow of mind, man. All right, shit, we even the men of the Lord got a sorrow of mind, man, because the gain much wisdom is the gain much grief. We got a sorrow. I had a sorrow of mind reading this fucking article, man. And you people got a sorrow of mind because you can't seem to get happy. And you know why? Because you're oppressed, man. Oppression maketh the wise man mad. That's why no matter how much money they give you, you still gonna be fucking out of course. Your mind is still not gonna be satisfied, man. Okay. Now I'm done with the curses. Let me see if I can get some of these other precepts I had in mind. This is Isaiah 44 and 1 through 3. It says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen." All right, so he's chosen the whole nation of Israel, not just so-called black people. Just like some of these other damn camps out here putting that nonsense out there, man. It says, "Thus said the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which helped thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen, the upright ones. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring." All right. So the Lord said he's going to bless us in these latter days. He's going to give us his spirit. All right. Let me read some more of this article before I get some more precepts. It says disparities exist between the two populations. A 2015 Pew Research report showed that U.S.-born black people were less likely to have a bachelor's degree than black immigrants. 19% versus 26%. Big woo-ha. Even though it is like, if you get the other nations to come over, they can do pretty well. But the Israelites that are coming over here, man, they still fucking going through it, man. All right. And the reason why they can have a better chance of doing some shit like that is because America got the worst fucking education system, man. They tell you that it's all good and bright because they put it in a big building. Everything is about show here. They put it in a big, nice building, man. The education system here is terrible. I got a bachelor's degree, man. All right. And it's basically, you can wipe your ass with that bachelor's degree, man. Shit, you better off learning a trade and getting paid more money here, man, and not having all them fucking loans. Oh, and more Esau. So look, what Jay gonna, this is Jay gonna do. All they gonna do is, if they do pan out reparations, you know, the Amalekites, the fucking so-called Jews, the fake Jews, the gutter rats. You know what they call Jake? They call us liquid gold, man. Because as soon as you niggas get y'all tax refunds, you take it and you go back and spend it in their stores. And buy fucking Gucci and Michael Kors. Fucking Tommy Hilfiger. So it giving you money, it don't even do nothing. You're going to buy all the liquor and all the weed. So, hey, they even if they do give it back to you, they know they really funneling and helping their economy. And plus, what you niggas going to do if you fucking hit, right? You get the money. You just going to have to, they going to start garnishing your fucking wages. They going to take the shit right out of your check so you can pay back on your loans. So no matter what, you can't win until the Lord returns, man. We need salvation. We need Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says the same report also showed that foreign-born black people have 10,000 higher medium income than U.S.-born at 33,500. So this is also something you got to... So they might say foreign-born black people, but they might also be throwing in Hamites in this. All right? That's something you got to understand. Hamites come over here, and they make a lot of money. They have nice stores. They be over here on fucking, it's this thing down here where South African, a lot of them be like Edomites too, but South African people, they come here and they have a program where they join and they do the work in hospitality and shit like that. They got programs set up for them to come over here. Their parents be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? The Hamites come over here with money. They start businesses. You go into some of these businesses, Hamites running them and shit. So foreign-born black people don't always mean Israel. All right? A lot of times they mean Ham, and they'll throw them all in the pot. All right? It says there are myriad theories and studies on why these gaps exist, but the fact that many black immigrants are outpacing black Americans economically and educationally, compounded with the vast racial wealth gap between black and white America, adds fuel to the ADOS movement. And see, also, it's because Judah is fucked up, man. That's why. Judah, man. When Judah, that's why the Lord wants Judah to rise up. You know, 1/3 of Judah gonna rise up, just like 1/3 of all the other tribes. The reason that's so bad because Judah, all right, was the head is the head tribe. So the Lord made Judah the worst. He put Judah in the worst situation. All right. And so when Judah get back right, then the other nations, the other tribes are well aligned, man. All right. Let me get just so I can back up. Let me get Genesis. Judah. This is Judah. Salakia. This is Genesis 49. And this is verse 8. It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. You see that? So the other tribes are going to give Judah a certain reverence. All right, but that's because Judah's so messed up. But Judah was chosen to be the head tribe, which Yahweh Shai came out of the loins of Judah, who the world ignorantly calls Christ. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couches a lion as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? All right. So right now, that's what we're docile, man. Judah don't want to fight back. You want to just have conversations with Esau about money, about reparations. You a couch lion, man. You know, but that's because the Lord, he said, who shall rouse him up? That's a rhetorical question because Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is going to rouse up Judah. All right. Especially in the race wars that's coming to America and across the earth. Okay. ADOS is singular focus on black descendants of slavery and its supporters of often combative approach has sparked controversy and comparisons to a line of nativist, if I'm saying it right, or nativist thinking that has gained traction from time to time throughout U.S. history. There are also concerns from some critical of ADOS that the hashtag is linked to posts spreading disinformation and political division ahead of the presidential election. Okay, so basically, people, they start to go in how these people might be also Trump supporters. Okay, let me go down and find it. Yeah, this dude Michael Nance, U.S. intelligence and counterterrorism expert Malcolm Nance, referred to Twitter accounts using ADOS as trolls and posted they are a mix of African-American pro-Trump racists and nuts. He said, note, trolls who use this ADOS are a mix of Afro-American pro-Trump racists and nuts who spout off right-wing vote suppression, anti-immigrant, and DACA dreck. Their leader is a black MAGA who says, don't vote for any blacks not from U.S. slaves. Now death threats. Report ADOS is MAGA. And I could believe that. You know? They got Reparations 2020. You know? Too many enemies ain't good for your health. You better stop that boule shit, girl. Warning, ADOS Reparations 2020. Too many enemies ain't good for your health? What? Man, King David said, I got 10,000 enemies set around about me, man. We are surrounded by enemies, man. Everybody's against us, man. It's us against the world, but we got Yahweh Shah, so we ain't worried. We gonna have good health, man. The best health care plan, man. Okay. And so I wanted to just get a couple precepts on reincarnation, because the first thing these people don't understand is they say descendants of slaves, but you got to understand, y'all saying y'all descendants of slaves. Shit, that was really us back then. You know, we don't receive the punishments of our fathers. We receive the things that we did. Okay, we receive punishment for what we did. The Lord is a righteous God, so to speak. He not gonna have us. Hey, you, your dad murdered somebody, but you the one who got to go to jail for it, so to speak. You got to receive his life sentence. The Lord ain't gonna do that. He gonna punish you for what you did. Let me see that. Actually, the son, not sins of father. That's a scripture. I can't remember it. I haven't brought it out in a while. The son shall not bear the sins of the father. Is it Ezekiel? Let me see if I can get that real quick. Ezekiel 18 and 20. I don't know why I thought it was in the law. Oh, kind, that's right. The water y'all about Shemi Shai. Ezekiel 18 and 19. I'll start at 19 through 20. It says, "Yet say ye, why? Doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son hath done that which is lawful and right, and hath kept all my statutes and hath done them, he shall surely live." All right, so you ain't gonna bear the sins of your father. It says, "The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him." So 2/3 of our people, you're gonna die, man. And we had to go through. The thing is, we're going through the things that the Lord is judging us for now. But the difference is, you niggas are still out there trying to be cool with Esau. Y'all still being wicked. You still smoking blunts. You still shaving your beard off. You still being adulterers and idolaters. We're putting off the ways and the sins of the wicked. Putting off the old man. All right? So reincarnation is real. The judgment that you receive is going to be judgment that's righteous judgment that was meant for you. This is Hebrews 9 and 27. It says, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. So once you die, then you receive your judgment. It's spoken about that in Ecclesiastes. All right. The place of judgment under the sun. Because when we come back in the earth reincarnated in our new bodies, that's when we receive our judgment, man. Okay. Let me get numbers. But you people, y'all don't understand that. That's wisdom is too high for a fool. This is only for the ears of the wise, the ears of the elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Not left here with you niggas, man. To die in thermonuclear missiles. This is Numbers 14 and 18. "The Lord is long suffering and of a great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and the fourth generation." So what's his visitation? His visitation is going to be your judgment. He said, visiting the iniquity of the father upon the children. So what that means is, once you're born again, all right, you once were a father, but now those third and fourth generation, when you're reborn as the child, you're going to receive your judgment because he's not clearing the guilty, man. So you don't get clear. You can't just be wicked in one. Hey, even Solomon, King Solomon came back as Yahweh Shai. King Solomon didn't get beat, all right, in that lifetime. And it says that in Samuel. Let me see. Was that 1 Samuel 7? 7 and 14, if I'm not mistaken. Second Samuel. You don't get the Lord ain't like that, man. Y'all don't know. People don't know the Heavenly Father. People don't know how he operates. 2 Samuel. I haven't brought this one out in a while either. 2 Samuel 7 and 14. Oh, let me start at 13. It says, "He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever." All right. Solomon's kingdom wasn't established forever. All right. King David's kingdom wasn't established forever, but now the house of David is being rebuilt, and whose house is going to establish forever? Yahweh Shai. It says, "I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men." Okay, so King Solomon, he wasn't chastened with the rods of men. That's how you know this is talking about Yahweh Shai. He was beaten by the stripes of the children of men. Okay, and we know that. We know that the Lord was beat. See, he was King Solomon in the reincarnation. Okay. And let me get this Romans Because you niggas out here that y'all so worried about Esau paying y'all back. Hey, man, we just want what the Lord got for us, man. That's where the true rich is at. Just knowing his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Of course, this is talking about getting busy on Esau, so we ain't even be mad and go out there and kill him and all that shit. We ain't got to do that, man. It says, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. All right. Zechariah says, wait ye upon me to rise up to the prey, man. So, hey, even for getting the money back, man, the Lord gonna get that back for us. We don't got to fight Esau back carnally until the Lord returns, man. All right. He's going to repay. Is it righteous for us to get those things back though? Absolutely. Absolutely. And you don't think the Lord, he say he gonna vomit up his riches. Let me get Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians. And Salaki, I'll be taking a little bit longer, brothers, to get the precepts. My new sword, you know, I'm trying to get adjusted to. It's a little bit smaller than what I'm used to. 2 Thessalonians 1:6, it says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. It's a righteous thing for us to want payback for what they've done to us. It's righteous. So in that regard, I don't blame you people. You know, in that regard, I don't blame you people for wanting to get something back. But the thing is, you're going about it the wrong way, man. Okay? You're going about it the wrong way. This is not the way. I'm not about to read all of this. I'm trying to see. I'll leave it here because this is like one of their conferences. Oh, by the way. Yeah, I got to mention this part. It says, this second paragraph here. Carnell and Moore said the event was funded by small donations from ADOS adherents, help from a local black church, a historically black college, as well as their own funds. It did not have sponsorship. So anything funded by the black church is fucking foolishness, man. Anything funded from these black colleges, because they're all backed by Esau. They got 501c3s. They have no knowledge of the truth. They have no knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, hey, I used to vibe with Cornel West, though. I used to listen to some of his speeches and shit like that. You know, it's been a while since I've checked in on him. You know, he has a right mindset for so-called black progression, but he's still a false pastor. He's not saying, he's not giving glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know? False pastor, so to speak, by the way. Because he's not an actual pastor. He's more of a political activist, so to speak. All right. It says, and to you, verse 7, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. That's where we going to get our rest. That's where we going to get our judgment. That's where we going to get our recompense. That's how we going to get our payback from the Lord Yahushua. It says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. So that's how we going to get payback from our Lord, man. From all those that don't obey, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, which is going to be through those missiles. When he shall come to be glorified in his saints. So he's not going to be glorified in everybody, in his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. You see that? So those that believe are the ones who are going to be found gracious and merciful in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay. I was going to get more precepts on, you know, about the belly, because we're going to be satiated. You know, John 7:38, it says, he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know, Ezekiel 3:3, you know, eating the whole roll and having it bitter and sweet, you know, because you people are looking for the sweet parts of society, but taking a bitter route to get there. You're not going to get it, man. You're not going to get it. And Jake, and I'm saying that literally and metaphorically, because they don't get how this world works, man. They don't get how the scriptures work. They don't get that Esau ain't giving them shit, man, but a conversation. That's all you're gonna get out of it. Oh yeah, we'll talk about it. Esau be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. 1 Peter 1:23. It says, being born again, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever. All right, so we got to be born again. You people ain't born again, man. You're not born again through the Spirit. You're born again but because Esau gave you a fucking microphone and a pedestal. All right. It says, for all flesh is as grass, and all of the glory of man as the flower of grass. The grass withereth, and the flower thereof fadeth away, falleth away. So you niggas die, man. You die, and you come back again. You die, and you come back again. But we're not going to have to die no more, because we're going to have incorruptible bodies in the kingdom. All right. But the word of the Lord endureth forever. And this is the word which by the gospel is preached unto you, man. All right. So we're preaching the gospel unto you, but you people ain't getting it. Okay. You people ain't getting it. And the Lord don't want you to get it. So we're out here to try to receive and speak about and bring back the elect of the nation of Israel. I want that James. This is James 4:13 through 14 through 15. It says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. That's what you niggas say. Hey, yo, Esau, what did they say? Let me go up. Fucking people, man. You people it's almost comedic. Right here, ADOS Brigade. To join and read. Too many enemies ain't good for your health. You better stop that boule shit, girl. Warning, warning, ADOS Reparations 2020. So they're thinking that this is their year. You know? They like year to reparations. I forgot to read about this guy, but this guy was talking about how he been homeless and he been doing Uber and he been sleeping in his car and shit like that. That's how you know you in fucking hell, bro. But you trying to receive reparations. My Bay Area black life. For God's sake, I'm an educated man with the impeccable CV. Fucking CV. The brother Rakha over in London. Brother be saying, what you gonna have an amazing I can't say his voice, but I'm gonna try. The brother say, what you gonna walk into your office with your amazing fucking CV? He be talking about cats with your nice resume and shit like that. He's saying, yet here I am sleeping in the back of an Uber SUV somebody else owns. That's because you a slave, man. You know? I have been homeless more than a year, living 100% out of the same Uber SUV, he said. I was driving millionaires and billionaires around the Bay Area all day and night. It's because they the ruling class. For now, man. But all that shit's about to come to naught. All that's about to come to naught, man. The proud gonna be brought low, man. I'm gonna get Psalm 17 too, but let me finish this James, and then I'll wrap it up. It says, we will continue their year and buy and sell and get gain. So that's what you niggas think, man. We about to get the year 2020. We about to get this money, reparations. All right. Hey, the Lord gonna say, hey, on this night, thy life is required of thee, man. It says, whereas ye know not what ye shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanisheth away. Hey, so this life comes and goes, man. You can't be worried about tomorrow. It says for today has problems of his own. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. Hey, that's what we ought to say, Lord willing, man. Shit, your ass will be gone in the next 5 minutes if the Lord wants you to, man. All right, let me get this Psalm 17 and 8, and I'm going to wrap it up. And I know this is a lengthy video, but this article, it just pissed me off reading about Jake and what they think they're going to get and talking with Esau and being friends with Esau. Even talking amongst themselves, having a fucking conversation at St. Stephen Church. Doing it in the church, that's even more, because that lets you know that they don't understand the way of the Lord, man. They're thinking that's going to bring them more righteousness by doing it in the church. This is Psalm 17:8. It says, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. See that? We got enemies all everywhere, man. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about, they are enclosed in their own fat. So the dude said, I'm driving around. Let's go back up. That's it. Where he at? I think he was bald head too. Where you at, bald head? There you go. Homeless though, right? Hey, you need to fucking move. You need to do something else for yourself, bro. And I'm not saying, see, and that's another thing. There's a difference between being homeless and poor. And, you know, this dude, he getting a fresh fucking shave. He probably be getting fresh lineups. And a clean SUV, got a North Face on. Headphones. But he's talking about, you know, he got a good CV and all this kind of shit, and he homeless. It's actually people out here that's struggling. And not saying that he ain't struggling, because that don't mean shit. You know, brothers can have nice cars and be broke as fuck and have hey, like the brother Elder Barack Allah in Cali said. He said, hey man, we make fucking broke look good. We make captivity look good, man. So you know, I get that, but nonetheless, man, we in chains, bro. We in bondage. That's why we need Yahweh Shai. It says, they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. They speak proud as hell. They probably be driving a millionaires billionaire. They talking about their money. Shit, I do Uber too. They be talking about their money, their deals they got going on, the business they work for, their conferences they going to, the $1 million houses, the houses I be taking them to, man. Shit. They speak proudly, man. They'll even sit in there. They'll entertain the thought of niggas getting reparations. But all you can do is try to divide us, though, right? Divide who should get the money and who shouldn't. You fucking people are like children over when the parents die. Who gonna get the house? Who gonna get the money? And you trying to divide it up and shit. Not even caring about your loved one that passed. You like, hey man, whatever. Who getting that money though? It says they have now compassed us in our steps. Everywhere we go, Esau around us, man. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, man. They look down on us. They look down on us because they in the rulership. They like eagles. They look down on us, man. Somebody you look down on, you ain't giving them, you know what I'm saying? Of course we do. Like, because when we give alms, and them people on Esau don't give a fuck, man. It says, like as a lion that's greedy of his prey, and as it were, a young lion lurking in secret places. And if you know anything about lions eat until they're full. Lions and wolves, they eat until they're full. And then when they're full, they're stopped. But he said a greedy lion. That's how greedy. He gonna keep fucking eating. Though he full, he like the prey. I gotta eat all this motherfucker. Can't let nobody else get it. That's Esau. It's a lion seeking whom he may devour, man. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, the sword, the Esau is the Lord's sword. And he was given a sword for his blessing. All right, but the Lord is going to disappoint him, though. He's going to cast him down, man. And we're going to deliver our souls, those that believe. Lord willing. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. That's what they do. They get their money. They ain't giving it to you. They giving it to their children, man. And their children's children. Because they know that it's going to come back to them if they keep doing it. They're going to be reborn. Okay? They have a portion in this life. And you people are trying to get a portion of their portion in this life. You ain't going to get it, man. It says, as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness, man. We're going to be satisfied with Yahweh Shemi Shai, his word, man. And we're going to be filled with this word. Because man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. So, hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the house of David the elect. Shalom.